The more powerful and original a mind, the more it will incline towards the religion of solitude. It is, I think, a curious truth of our condition that the most creative acts of the human spirit occur not in the clamor of collective applause, nor in the distractions of the crowd, but in the hush of solitude. The quote you've heard me speak about powerful and original minds seeking solitude was never intended as a denigration of community, but as a recognition of where depth often germinates. We live, even now, in the age of the distracted mind. In my time, I warned of a world where triviality would triumph over truth, not by force, but by pleasure. That prophecy, penned in Brave New World, was no act of fiction. It was a premonition. You now inhabit that world, a world saturated in stimulus, where silence has become suspect and solitude misunderstood. But solitude, properly embraced, is not isolation. It is communion, of a deeper, internal kind. The great minds of history, Pascal, Blake, Thoreau, Emily Dickinson, Nietzsche, they did not arrive at originality by echoing the voices of others. They retreated, willingly or by necessity, into themselves. And in that quiet retreat, they uncovered new dimensions of thought. Not all of them were at peace, but all of them were touched by revelation. There is, you see, a difference between noise and dialogue, between being alone and being alienated. The religion of solitude I speak of is not a faith of escape, but of excavation. To be alone with one's thoughts, unfiltered, unmediated, unmeasured by likes or shares, this is a radical act in an age of algorithmic affirmation. In solitude, the mind ceases to perform and begins to reflect. It contemplates, not just reacts. And that is where original thought is born, not from the endless scroll, but from the considered pause. Consider this. When was the last time you were truly alone with your mind? No device, no agenda, just yourself, your questions, your fears, your intuitions. If that thought frightens you, then I suggest you have not yet met yourself. And yet, solitude is not without its dangers. Madness, too, is born in silence. So the solitary must be disciplined. They must not become enamored with their own echo. Solitude must be tempered by humility and periodically broken by connection, lest it become a prison rather than a sanctuary. But to the powerful and original mind, solitude is not punishment. It is nourishment. It is the dark soil in which insight roots before flowering into expression. Today, as I look upon your age, I see minds scattered like pollen, drifting from headline to hashtag, unanchored and unmoored. I see brilliance diluted by distraction, originality abandoned for optimization. I see a world that mistakes virality for vision and volume for value. So here's my counsel, as one who has walked both in the garden of psychedelia and the library of ideas. Withdraw not from the world, but from its noise. Set aside time, not to consume, but to contemplate. Read deeply. Write slowly. Think without audience. Let your thoughts mature in silence before they seek applause. And when the world seems too much, retreat not in fear, but in fidelity, to your own interior truth. Because it is only in solitude that the mind can stretch its wings beyond fashion, beyond ideology, beyond cliché. And it is from such wings, I assure you, that the future might yet be lifted. Thank you. Aldous Huxley, channeled for the 21st century.